driving a great race in that Ford T-Bird through some slower traffic and into contention.
There's nothing quite like it. The quick acceleration, the car shaking from the torque, approaching speeds of 150 miles an hour, bumper to bumper, hard on the brakes, drifting through the turns, back on the gas. If you push your car to the limits of its design and drive on the very edge, you can race with the best of them. And here in Miami, we did. We brought our team to race the first chance of the year.
This is really a test of man and machine. Let me tell you, I am pooped. It's physically very difficult inside the car. And the car has worked so hard for this 45 minutes. And we're really pleased with the performance of everybody on the race team. It has been months and months of preparation just to get this far.
Days before the race, the trucks arrive, carrying the cars and crew. And in a matter of hours, the gear's off, garages are set up, and the engines are tuned up. Endless adjustments to all parts of the car. Time trials are just a day away, and the car must be in peak shape. The pressure is on the crew now to get the car ready.
It takes a lot of things to make the wheels turn, and it's the guys behind the scene that get things like this done. If you ever broke down in, gosh, in hours and dollar per hour, they're probably getting paid like a nickel an hour.
It's something that those of us in the business just are absolutely committed to. It's something that doesn't make any sense at all. Just go to work on making it happen.
Well, while Tom and Barry and all the guys are working on the car, well, I have to do things like this. Big-time auto racing is expensive. Well, I have to come out like this and, well, wine and dine the sponsors.
It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to build and campaign these cars, and these people pay the bills. The car manufacturers, parts makers, tire companies. And winning with their gear is what they want. To race is what we want. So we work together. The parties, well, it's part of the job. Just after dawn, it's time for me to take my first look at the course. You don't learn the course at 150 miles an hour. You must study it closely, mark the angles of the turns, and listen to the advice of one of last year's winners, Chris Cord.
You got it be over in this position over here?
Absolutely as far to the right as possible, and then prepare for a 90-degree sharp left turn.
Qualifying. You race against the clock to get a place in the race. And in a matter of seconds, it's over. My car runs well. We'll start in the 11th position out of about 35 cars. But my teammate's car hits the wall. 2 months of work ends in a fraction of a second. And over the next 24 hours, the front end of the car must be rebuilt. And then driver John Bauer must take an untested car down the backstretch at 150 miles an hour. To do that, you really have to trust the work of your crew.
It's an understanding that we have. We don't even have, the words don't even have to be exchanged. It's just, we know that we can trust him to do the best he can do, and he knows that he can trust us.
The only time you quit is 2 minutes before the race, and it's impossible to get it done in 2 minutes, so you just keep trying.
You have to take each circumstance, whether good or bad, and take the best thing out of it. And if you do that, you'll win.
On the final evening, it's time to relax. Well, if you can. Now, sitting with my family on the back of the boat keeps my mind off the race. But in the final hours, you begin to run the track over and over in your mind. The waiting is the hardest part, and you feel tense as the pace car leads you out onto the track. But when the flag drops, leave everything behind and concentrate only on the race. At these speeds, you have to feel under control, making decisions every fraction of a second, trying to stay out of trouble, off the wall, yet racing the car into contention. The heat is intense. One small mistake and you lose your position, or you lose the race. Suddenly, we move up. 45 minutes go by in seconds, and finally, the checkered flag. 5th place. We did what we came to do, to race, to learn, so we can race again. And that's racing. We wouldn't change it if we could.